Welcome, everybody. The NFL Draft is this week. I'm Joe at the Game House. Today we'll be doing an updated version of the Cleveland Browns 2024 NFL Mock Draft. The Browns are up in the 2024 NFL Mock Draft series here at the Game House. We did a mock draft for them earlier this offseason, but now we're doing it with updated team needs and draft picks and all that as the offseason has kind of unfolded now as we're getting to the draft time. We're doing it on the Mock Draft Database Simulator. I like it because it meshes big boards from across the internet together for their big board. The players will drop that aren't the most realistic, but we'll roll with what we can do here, and we'll also be declining all traits to keep it as realistic as possible. Now, the Browns don't have a pick until number 54 in this draft, so that gives me a lot of time to preview this, but we're now up on the clock. They're a good, well-built team. The quarterback play needs to get better, and that's not changing. I mean, they have Deshaun Watson. They signed Jameis Winston as backup. But the intriguing thing is I think I can go a bunch of different ways with this pick. And I do think if this is how the board sits, they might go Chris Jenkins to help stop the run. Not going to provide you with much pass rush help, but I do think getting a guy on the interior to help stop the run could be on the cards for the Browns in this draft. Next pick up. Once we take a wide receiver, I'm a little confused by that. I mean, you just acquired Elijah Moore and Jerry Jeudy to go with Amari Cooper, so I don't think we're going to go wide receiver here. Could go rotational edge rusher with Braylon Trice or Austin Booker. Did want me to take a linebacker last round. Let's go Braylon Trice. Let's get a rotational edge rusher for the Browns. You can never have too many of those guys who can come in and get after the quarterback. So we'll take him as a very strong rusher. And then, again, you have to wait a little bit for the Browns' next pick to 156. We'll see who's there. And this is the last four picks. You're waiting to see if you can find a diamond in the rough or special teams players to help you. At least right now, that'll be special teams players or practice squad players. All right, next one up. Let's go with Zach Zinter. He's top 100 player on my board. I think he's going to be a very good starting guard someday. Browns don't have a need on offensive line, but again, just get depth at positions at this point, and maybe guys who can develop into something later on. And again, we'll wait a little bit here for 50 more picks to pick 206 for their next pick. It is now up. Wants me to take a edge rusher, maybe a tight end. I already took a defensive lineman. If they're going to have me take a tight end, let's go Tip Riemann. I think he's different in that he's going to be a blocking tight end and fulfill a role. And I think this late in the draft it's okay to take a blocking tight end who's not going to have much of a receiving impact. With the next pick, we will go... Let's go James Williams out of Miami, a bigger safety. Maybe he converts to linebacker. Maybe he just plays special teams. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think that'd be a good pick there at the end. And with the last pick, let's go Miles Harden out of South Dakota. I think he might go closer towards the top 100, maybe like 120-ish. I think where I had him on my big board is around there, maybe 120, 130. I'll have to double check. But a good player out of South Dakota State, or South Dakota, not South Dakota State. I think he can play outside or in the slot. So recapping the Browns draft, we have Chris Jenkins, the defensive lineman out of Michigan, Braylon Trice, the edge out of Washington, Zach Zinter, the interior offensive lineman out of Michigan, Tip Riemann, the tight end out of Illinois, James Williams, the safety out of Miami, Florida, and Miles Harden, the corner out of South Dakota. That's the mock draft for me for the Browns. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.